Hello, paying customer.
Hey, stop, okay?
You see this? This is money. You give man with money drink.
Back off, kid.
Kid?
Please,
Kid?
please, call him Tony.
Hey. Father, isn't it a sin to keep a thirsty man dry? Yeah, the Pope did a whole thing on it for 20 minutes at the last, what do you call it, the council.
The Pope wouldn't serve a minor.
I knew it.
Danny, Ron just asked him for his ID.
But the gentleman couldn't provide any.
I don't see any gentlemen here.
Danny, I tried to tell him to cool off, but he wouldn't listen.
That's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You did the right thing. You know, the real sin is harassing the bartender, especially when it's my establishment.
I recognize you. You look totally different than you do when you're like 6.
Yeah, I know who you were. Your reputation got here a lot sooner than you did.
Yeah, that happens. Hey, look, all I want is a drink.
Sure, man. No problem. As long as there's no alcohol in it, help yourself.
Just what good is it having a cousin that runs a bar if you can't get served?
I guess not very.
I believe you owe the man an apology.
Mea culpa, mia maxima culpa.
Look, I'm sorry you're so thirsty. How about a nice ginger ale on the house?
Oh, that's all right. Very funny.
Hey, Tony, do me a favor, will you? When you're done trying to show off your muscles to my staff, come on over, hang out with us.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so, tell me, how bad is it?
Wow, was that you or the voice of the Lord speaking through you?
You want some privacy?
No, please. It might be easier for both of us. Please, have a seat. You look good. How that's possible, I don't know, but you do.
Yeah, well, thanks.
So, here you are in Springfield. Which means there's something seriously wrong everywhere else, right?
Yeah. I've never been in trouble like this. Right? You think Chicago was bad before Uncle Federico passed? It's twice as bad now.
Really?
At least when he was alive, the family had pop. You walk down the street and people would know you and know not to mess with you. But since Federico's been gone, all the other families are squeezing out. It's like he was the only one in the organization that they ever worried about or respected.
That's pretty much the same thing on those streets.
But are the guys now in our organization doing anything to get us back our respect? No. They're sitting on their damn hands, flapping their gums about how they want to keep the peace.
So what happened to you on your way to respect?
Well, the brother's pretty sharp, huh? I didn't do anything anybody else wouldn't have done.
Somehow, I don't take that as gospel.
It just happened, okay? Some punks started giving me lip one night. I told them to shut up, but they kept at me until finally I couldn't take it anymore. I gave them a shot.
That's it?
Yeah, but one of the twerks must have been drunk or something because he lost his balance and he fell through a plate glass window.
Oh, I see. Right. Did he live?
What do you mean did he live? Yeah. It just looked really bad. I mean, he was a real bleeder. You know? And his father was a cop in one of the other families.
And he didn't understand that you were just doing what anybody else would have done.
Yeah. And he put a contract out on me. 2 guys tried to nail me outside the Blue Monkey. I had to split. You know, they hit a cabbie. Now I'm here.
Are they after you right now? Hey, I need to know. Are they after you?
Sometimes I wish I could just take this collar off and knock some sense into you.
Yeah, sure. Nothing else ever seemed to work.
Why couldn't you just walk away, Tony?
Are you going to help me or not? Because if you're not, I'm going to walk away right now. I will.
Sit down. Sit down. I will do what I can.
Okay, good.
You know this had to happen, don't you? Hey, look at me. It's called live by the sword, you die by the sword. This is how we get back together, right?
You know, I see you rushing up to Chicago to hang with me when things were good.
How good were those times, huh, Tony? Tell me, how good were they? That was my life, too, remember? It's great when you're calling the shots. It's a whole different story when the shots are coming at you. Use this as a warning. No? A sign to rethink your life.
I don't have time to think. Those goons are on my tail. I need somebody to call in favors now.
What then? I'm not so sure even that would convince you.
All right. Can you visit Mrs. Marchetti later?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Listen, why don't you take my car, go out the back, take him over to the rectory. You stay there.
I'm supposed to feel safe because it's next to a church, right?
No. You're not safe anywhere, buddy. I'm going to call Abuela, and I'm going to tell her what's going on. Maybe she can make a few calls and get the heat taken off of you.
Not if the family isn't respecting any longer.
Well, that's changing. I got a lot of cooperation when I was going after the guy who killed my mother.
Cooperation. The words we use.
Hey, we're going to take care of this, all right? We're going to take care of this tonight. You turn yourself into the invisible man and think about what your brother has said, because you can't go on like this. Not as long as you're here. You understand me? All right.
Nothing like family, huh?
Just like old times. Walking the same way and headed in totally different directions.
Wow, what's that, like part of your sermon or something? Ray heads up the van.
Tony, what's going on? Ray. Oh, God. Ray. Call 911. Don't stand there. Call 911. Ray. Get the hell out of sight until I can take care of this, and you better pray. You better pray that you didn't have your brother killed.
Stabilized for now, but Dr. Walters is going to want to do a surgical consult.
Well, the bullet exited, but it shattered 2 of his ribs. Would you excuse me, please?
Sure.
For a moment?
One of his lungs collapsed and the bullet passed within an inch of his heart.
Well, when are they going to operate?
That depends on what the surgeon has to say. My guess is they're going to want to stabilize him a while longer before they introduce anesthesia. I mean, it's a miracle the man's alive.
Well, if anybody deserves a miracle, it's Ray.
So what happened?
I don't know. I just told the cops I was in the club, heard shots outside. Looks like it was a random drive-by.
I see. And these guys are here just in case lightning strikes twice?
My grandmother's overly protective.
Good. Look, I'm going to head home and tell Michelle what happened to Ray. Unless you want to.
I don't think either of us needs to tell Michelle about this. Not yet.